What's up, guys? We are going into the final boss of Dark Visions 26. So, if you have Rikku or you're playing on a 32-bit device where you can get the literal, max damage in one turn, then this probably isn't the video for you. But if you're like me and neither of those apply, then here's an option. As of Wednesday, March 8th, this is a top 2000 score. But anyway, it is a human with no innate weaknesses. We're going with a light team. Here's the team. Uh, I know it's limited premium units with A2 and 2B. I know Sarture. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. He's got videos out for a few different elements. By all means, let me know in the comments if there's a specific clear you want to see or units you have that you want to see them optimized and you're having trouble figuring it out. But for me personally, this is the strongest team I have for this. But anyway, yeah, just a little rant. I mean, I think Riku's still, cancer for Dark Visions like this, where one single unit is out damaging a bunch of premium units. And as far as the bug with 32-bit versions of the app or whatever the issue is, really, I mean, the fact that Gumi hasn't said anything and it's been 2 days since this was discovered is a little disheartening. I really hope they do something about it. Yeah, every player should have substantially similar outcomes regardless of the device they're playing on. So the fact that some players can, exploit this while others can't through performing the exact same actions is, not good for the game. I really hope they fix it and address it, but we'll see. For now, I'm just holding. I'm not gonna, you know, dick around with that to, try to install an emulator or anything like that. But anyway, we'll go through gearing and get into the fight. So 2B, starting in the shift, Wilk starting in base. Yeah, everyone else is starting in base. But the boss herself does some AoE physical on turn 1. Let me double check. AoE physical, single target physical, and then does some summons. Turn 2, there's some AoE wind magic damage, AoE thunder magic damage. The ads were killing them as they spawn, so we really don't care about them. The turn that they're spawned on, they don't do anything. So it's not like they spawn and then do stuff to you. But beyond turn 2, her first action is a counter to whatever the first attack she was hit with was. It's like if you hit her with a dark attack, she counters with dark, which is, what we're taking advantage of. I'm assuming if you hit her with fire, she counters with fire, yada yada. I think different elements proc different types of attacks as far as physical or magical. But like I said, we're just going with dark. We're gonna proc her dark counter. The only other thing we need to worry about really is there are some imperils, but we're getting 200% dark resist from Melissa, and then there's some single target charm that Melissa's immune to. She's provoking, but anyway, as far as the boss goes, yeah, she's easy to deal with. So 2B, shift form, she needs at least 30 thunder and 30 wind resist and 0 or better dark. That goes for everyone in whatever form they're on turn 2. But she's got a dark weapon, still built for damage. Yeah, because we want to kill the minions. And then base form, just built for LB damage against humans. So max LB, max human. She's the top damage dealer here, so I went all in on gearing her. So there's that, and her own vision card. 2B, just some resistances. Went with an axe build because, we're swinging for the gates here. But she's max human. So there's that. Then her own vision card. Wilk, base form, some resistances. Dark weapon, Titus's garb if you have it. Some LB fill rate up. And where's he at? 1,000. So we need to do his Magnus, which consumes his LB on turn 1, and then do his LB on turn 2. So we should be able to get it. And then shift form, just built for LB damage against humans. And yeah, actually, he really doesn't need resistances in the base form. He's in the shift form on turn 2. So he's got 30 or better lightning and wind, 0 or better dark. So there's that. Then his own vision card. Tsukiko, just some resistances in the base form. Esperfill, and then the magic boost, and then Sakura's, or Ayaka's vision card. Then shift form, built for human killer. She's going to be doing the cards chaining skill on the kill turn. So here's that, some chain cap accelerator. Now keep in mind, if she is only EX2 or lower, then you would need chain cap up. But this one's EX3. Dagger here for the... Oh, and Tsukiko is here for the Light and Peril field, and Light and View for Wilk. Daggers here for the Light Amp field, some MP cost reduction. Zidane's SCMR, some resistances, some Esperfill. And shift form built for damage against humans. And she'll be chaining with another version of Ayaka's vision card. So there's that. And Melissa, passive provoke evade. A lot of preemptive LB fill from Dragon's Brush and Call of the Wild. Passive provoke from the Dancer's Diadem. Charm resist from Super Ribbon. Some LB fill rate up. LB fill per turn. And she needs to be actually 50 or better. No, actually, does she need a little more evasion? Yeah, just to be safe. Because actually, it doesn't matter. No, because there's an 3-hit AoE physical on turn 1, and then a single target, and we're getting 4 stacks of Mirage from 2B, so she should be fine. And then the boss's accuracy is lowered from turn 2 on. So as long as she has 50% evasion, she should be fine. And then just a high MP vision card, because her skills cost a lot. So if you don't have Dazzling Demoness, you could always use Olivera's card. But let's get into it. Yeah, and as far as the single target physical on turn 1, it is elemental, but it's random between fire, earth, or light. So just evading it is an easier way to deal. So anyway, first thing, Wilk's going to shift and do his Magnus to unlock his 90 break. A2 is just going to chain a little bit with offensive heal, just for some drops on Wilk. 2B is going to chain a couple times in the shift form, and then a void for a 4 stack of Mirage on everyone. Tsukiko is going to shift and break with Quicksand. That is her break skill, right? Yeah, Quicksand. Dagger is going to start singing. And Melissa is going to shared immunity for some resistances, chronic flow for some LB fill, and Bardarksha for a little LB fill and dark resist. Okay, there we go. So turn 2, we're going to put Wilk in the base form where all his LB fill rate gear is. A2 is just going to chain 3 times again for some drops on Wilk. Okay, 2B is going to chain 3 times for some drops on Wilk. Okay, so Wilk's going to go back to the shift form and do his shifted LB to sack that up. Melissa's going to LB on herself. And Tsukiko is going to the base form. She is going to Omamori for a Rod in Peril. Consecration of Light for an imbue on Wilk. And Light Field. Okay. So you do want to do Melissa first here, so you're dealing dark damage to the boss before anything else. So she is just going to Bardarksha a couple times, and then either Dark or Dark Ga. Okay, Tsukiko is going to start storing magic in base form. 2B is going to do her shifted LB. A2 is going to SLB. And if you don't have an EX3 A2, you can just skip her SLB altogether. She gets more mods from her light amp skill on turn 4 anyway, or bigger mods. So I would prioritize that over her SLB, but mine's EX3, so we'll go ahead and do her SLB on turn 3. Then Wilk is going to break is the last action of the turn. We'll wait for 2B or A2. There we go. Break. So here comes a dark counter, which we're resistant to. Okay. So this turn, again, we're doing Melissa first. She is going to Darkra for the dark damage. She will Minutes of Might for a stat buff on everyone, which is kind of pointless. We're getting the same stat buffs from Zidane's STMR, but anyway. And then we will Human Killer over to A2. Okay, Dagger is going to summon Alexander. Tsukiko is going to store magic again. 2B in the base form is going to Light Imbue, Light Amp, and then attack buff for herself. A2 is going to, let's see, Light Imbue, Light Amp, and just whatever else, as long as you don't imbue her with wind. And then Wilk's going to the base form. He is going to Frenzied Claws twice, and then do his Magnus for an LB mod. And you want to target the Dark Skeleton with Wilk. Okay, so now we birth. So A2 is going to Hateful Blade. 2B is going to base form LB. Wilk's going to shift at LB. Dagger is going to shift and do the skill from the card. And if you only have one version of the card, or none at all, you could always just chain with Tsukiko's innate skills. Turn 2, you could have, or turn 1, you could have unlocked whatever Magnus is, but the card skill is a higher mod than any of her innate skills, so we'll just do that with her. But yeah, I mean, you could always put Dagger on an Esper. That would allow her to chain with Tsukiko and just give her, Earnese Ring, and she'd just have to triple cast Bolting Strike and then end with something else. That's like a one-hit move. But anyway, so before all of that, though, Melissa is going to Seconds of Support over to 2B. That gives her a bigger step, bigger LB damage buff, and the mod boost for her LB, which double dips since it's a 2-part LB. So there's that, and then Human Killer over to 2B, and then just whatever. Darka, I guess. Counts as damage on this turn, right? All like, 3,000. But anyway, we are going to send the back row, let the chain build, and send A2 and Wilk, let them go for a minute, and then send 2B. So oh, that was a really low roll on a 2B. So 13.7. I think my roll yesterday was 15 billion, but anyway, if you don't have Rikku and you're not playing on an emulator or an old phone, here is an option for you. Yeah, 2B's max I saw yesterday was like 7.8 billion or something like that. So some really crazy synergy between her and Melissa, potentially. But anyway, there it is. And again, as far as, different units, different elements, just let me know in the comments if you want to see something else. Yeah, there's another creator out there, Sarture. If you're not familiar with him, he's got, I forget what all elements he's done. I know lightning and earth at least, which are, come out to pretty similar scores. So anyway, I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.